That's on.
Hello my summer cars. The video you are watching is for Sweet, as it completes the playlist about troubleshooting Satsuma. If you by any chance did not see it, look at the description and there you will find a playlist that will solve 95% of your problems with the car. Now let's deal with the other 5. In my opinion, these problems are extremely difficult to make. You can break the suspension, but knowing this, you are unlikely to save the game. You will adjust the toe-in of the front wheels at the beginning of the game. The brakes do not break by themselves. It is necessary to miss a couple of nuts during assembly or to play a dirty trick on the drunk guy. Watch the video to the end, we will talk about this character in detail. Well, the tires are almost endless if you have adjusted the toe-in, but if there are some problems, Rondon rushes to the rescue. Let's exclude the brakes from the list. There is no wear of the brake system in the game yet, and as far as I understand, it is not expected. This means that if the car slows down badly, there are several reasons. First, check the key bindings whether the button itself is assigned for braking. Stupid, but sometimes very effective. Secondly, the brake liquid evaporates on its own. One reservoir evaporates in about 3000 kilometers. If Satsuma has traveled that much, then it's time to turn off the game. In general, the braking system in my summer car, besides the brake pedal, consists of 2 reservoirs for the front and rear brakes. Brake lining comes from the brake master cylinder to each wheel, and it's all. First, check the level of the brake fluid in the reservoirs by filling in the liquid a little. If it's gone, it's time to pick up an open-end wrench by 7 and climb into the garage pit. Take a closer look at where the lines come from and where they go. At the end of each line there is a nut by 7 and it must be tightened. Things a little more difficult with the rear wheels. The nut is hidden behind the suspension. In total, tighten 4 nuts by 7. Experience has shown that loose nuts on the pedal and the master cylinder are irrelevant, but just in case, check the bolt by 9 on the pedal and 2 nuts by 8 on the master cylinder. In addition, check the remaining nuts under the hood. In total, there are 7 nuts by 7 under the hood. After you finished, fill up the reservoirs. For now, the car should brake properly. If you have problems with the handbrake, just check the balls. There are balls. If you have problems with the handbrake, just check the bolts. There are 4 bolts by 8 in the cabin and there is 1 bolt by 5 under the car. Okay, the car can be stopped, but now it is constantly turning to the side, and that's what the rest of the video is about. Let's remember, when you assembled the car, did you adjust the toe angle of the front wheels? If not, this is the first reason why you constantly have to steer to keep the car going straight. On the steering rods, there is an adjust nut by 14. Again, take an open-end wrench and scroll it in any direction until the wheel stops turning. After that, scroll exactly 60 times in the opposite direction. Adjust both wheels in this way. Now the tail is set, but still the car is constantly taken to the side. It means that you crashed hard, but did not notice the consequences in time. If you look closer at the front wheels, you will see how the strut geometry has changed, and the wheel itself is now at an angle. Rear wheels behave the same way. The shock absorbers are bent, the wheel is at the angle. The situation is very unpleasant, and if you have already saved your game, there are 2.5 solutions to this problem. If the stock shock absorbers are bent, you can throw them away and buy ready ones from the catalog. Otherwise, apart from the save editor, there are only 2 ways to fix this problem. You don't have to go far for free solutions. Just go to the barn with a tractor and find a digging bar near the wall. If it is not there, look behind the barn. It has failed. It works like a flashlight. Take it in your hands, press F and then bring it to the wheel. Now press the right mouse button until the strut is straightened. The problem is that it is impossible to completely restore the geometry, and therefore the method is scrapped. but it may suit someone. It is much more effective to take the car or only suspension to the mechanic and order suspension straightening. The service is expensive, so it makes sense to repair only rear suspension. If you have completed the shit truck vandalism mission, the mechanic will do his job for 5,500 markers. If you didn't know how to get a 40% discount on all his works, write in the comment to let me know you need this guide. At the same time, the description contains a link to a video about the correct setting of relay shock absorbers. Along with hitting another stone hard, you ruin not only the suspension but also the tires. A flat tire affects both Satsuma's handling and speed. Unfortunately, it is not possible to repair the tire on your own, and you have to order new tires at mechanics. Again, write in a comment to let me know you need a video about mechanics services. I would like to say that harsh driving is not the only reason for torn tires. Like many spare parts, they can also wear out. You can check the depth of the tread by using the ruler from the toolbox. If the wheel is screwed on, any interactions with it disappear. To paint the rim or measure the tread, it is enough to unscrew the nuts. Here comes another reason for torn tires. One morning you see all wheels are destroyed. It means the drunk guy stopped the tires in revenge for cheating with a kill you. In addition, after the update of the 7th of July 2021, he will also loosen some nuts on the brake lining. This is important to know before doing any interactions with him. I had a case. He had been glitching and cut my tires into shreds for each high-quality batch of Kiryu. This can be avoided by detaching the wheels from Satsuma before night. It will be difficult for the poor fellow to stop the wheels if there are no wheels. This is the last video about troubleshooting Satsuma, and I thank you for watching and would like to ask to share this playlist in social networks. The link is in the description. Also, thanks to everyone who supports the channel with likes and comments. Without you, everything would be lost. Stay well!